Oh, all right. I think it's on you, Rita, I think. Or is it on me?
Oh.
I don't know. If anything. Hi, everyone. Happy 2021. This is our first class of the 2021 year. We're super excited. We're here with myself, Jen from ImpressArt. I handle all the marketing. Anything you see on packaging, in tutorials, directions. You'll see me like answering your questions on social media. That will be me and customer service. And then I'm here with the lovely Rita Panula, who is our design director. So anything you see hand stamped on the packaging or on social media, those lovely projects are made by Rita. And today we are going to start the new year off by stamping our New Year's resolution, or maybe the mantra or the quote or that powerful word that you want to live by for the whole year. So Rita's gonna dive in and teach basic stamping, how to stamp on a bracelet and line everything up perfectly, and then how to bend it into shape so you can wear your bracelet throughout the year. So I'm gonna throw it over to Rita so you can see her lovely face and she can introduce herself, and we'll get stamping soon.
Hi guys, welcome. I have to see how many people see. I know Jen's face, but I see Linda. Let's see if I could get this to work. Hi, Linda. Hi, Annette. Hi, Brenda. Brenda, are you at work? You're at work.
Yeah.
Okay.
She won't tell anyone.
All right. We have Lena, Felicia, Joyce. All right, guys. So where did I go? Okay. You know me and technology, not good. So happy new year. For those of us, Jamie's at work too. I'm at work. So is Jen. Jen gets to hide in an office though today for this. Yeah. Happy new year. Thank you guys for joining us. This is our first class. I know we missed the last class before the new year because unfortunately I got sick, so we had to cancel it, but everybody's feeling much better now. What a great year. What a great time to stamp a bracelet with your intention for the new year. So I usually do with you guys, we stamp a word, we stamp a name. We're gonna go through stamping a quote today. Mine's gonna be let it go because I'm a holder of things. I like to hold on to things. And this year, 2021 is going to be my year just to let it go. So I am going to wear this bracelet to remind me when, that vein pops out of my forehead from stress, just to breathe in and just let it go.
Annette is agreeing with you. I see Annette shaking her head.
Oh, Annette's agreeing with you? Yeah. So I just need to let it go. I'm like I said, I'm a holder. I hold on to it. I take it, I file it in a cabinet. Come on, ladies, you know how we do it. Save it for a later date, but I need to get rid of it this year. So before we dive into the project, I just want you guys to know that Jen and I are on Facebook Lives on the ImpressArt page every Tuesday and Thursday at 12:30, unless I have some kind of technical glitch that, causes nonsense. But other than that, we are there. We are going through product. We are doing demos and tutorials with you guys, all the way from beginning to advanced. So we would love to see you pop in and say hello and stamp with us. So without further ado, I'm going to bring you over to my block. I'm going to shoot this back to Jen so Jen could talk a little bit more while I'm setting up. And we're going to go through all of our tools that we need to do today's project. And then we're going to get into the project. So while Jen's talking and I'm setting up, if you haven't already, really concentrate on something that you want to put on your bracelet for 2021. All right. It's like everybody always freezes when I'm like, all right, well, get your quote. because no one really, everybody was really excited about the class, but nobody really thought about what they wanted to put on their bracelets. So take
That's
this
the hardest
time,
part.
take this time to think about what you want to put. And we are going to work on writing our mantras or our word or our whatever you want to put on a bracelet, on a sticker guide. All right. So I'm going to flip you guys over. I'm going to toss this back to Jen.
Yes, so I have two examples behind me if you don't have any idea. So one is let the journey begin. Maybe you're 2021, you're following a new career path. Maybe you are starting your hand stamping hobby or career, or follow your heart. So those are just two examples. So there is a Zoom chat in this class, and I will be answering questions. So if you have anything that you need clarification on, you can chat it to me and I will do my best to answer it. I also will be dropping links to products that Rita's using for the class that you can buy at Michael's. If for some reason we do not answer your question because we do not see it, feel free to reach out to us on Instagram or Facebook, and we will be able to answer your question further by either troubleshooting with videos or photos. And this is a time to find out who in your community you're stamping with. So I asked a question before to let us know if you are new to stamping and where you're stamping from. We have an amazing group of women and men who stamp along with us on our Facebook Lives on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. And we lift each other up, and it's a great creative community that you can like bop around ideas with. They can help troubleshoot problems that you're having as well. And you may even find that they are one of your neighbors in the next town over that you can meet them at Michael's and go shopping for projects.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
There's someone in here, I think around Arizona, that they drive.
Is that Angie?
Like 2
Angie
hours
drives
to the closest Michael's to go meet up every now and then.
Oh, I
so
love
I think
that.
Rita's ready, and I don't want to take that much time because we are 10 minutes into class, and I want to make sure we can finish our New Year's resolution cuff bracelet. So I'm ready to stamp. And if you guys are too, and you're not shy, just turn on your camera so you can see your lovely faces and watch you stamp along with us.
All righty.
So throw it to Rita because I think she's ready.
Okay, guys. So I'm going to go through my bench block a little bit for you. First and foremost, I want everyone to really keep in mind what they're stamping on, okay, table-wise. You want to make sure that you are on a stable and sturdy surface. If you're working on a dining room table, move your block over to where one of the table legs are. That's going to create more of a sturdy surface for you. I try to stay away from folding tables because they will bounce. Definitely if you're stamping on a glass table, you can stamp on a glass table. Just make sure that you have a pad or your rubber feet on the bottom of your block. So let's get started. Two tools that are very important when you're metal stamping is one, your hammer. Okay, so this is the Ergo-Angle hammer. It's made by ImpressArt. It's designed to be held at an angle, perfect for stamping. Okay, you'll notice that it comes with a brass head. The reason why we suggest using a brass head hammer other than a regular household hammer, a steel hammer, is one of two things. When you hit steel on steel, it could do one thing. It could spark, obviously, or two, it could shatter your stamp. All right. It also bounces. When you use a brass head hammer, it absorbs the shock because it's soft of hitting that steel blank on your metal. All right. So it's going to leave a really nice and even impression. You'll notice that if you're using a steel hammer, you'll get an impression in your metal and then more of like a ghost impression up at the top of that same letter. And that's only because your hammer is bouncing and jumping. All right. So definitely your brass head hammer, and your steel block. Okay, you might have one that's 2x2. This is a 4x4 steel block. Okay, I just have it on a pad for noise deadening purposes. I'm on Long Island, New York, and my daughter is 11 and she's still going to school remotely. So I don't want to cause that much ruckus for her and her teachers. All right. Also, it's a really nice and sturdy surface that I'm working on. You could always take a cutting board out if your table isn't really, if it's shaky, a cutting board would work underneath your block. All right, just to give you more of a thick surface. Now, the second thing that you're obviously going to need with metal stamping is your letter set. So this is the ImpressArt Austin 3mm lowercase. Okay, keep in mind that all of our lowercase fonts come with the same stylized punctuation. All right, this set, this Austin, is exclusively through Michaels, and it happens to be one of my very, very favorite stamping sets. Although Michaels does carry array of other font sets, this is definitely hands down my favorite. Here are the 3mm numbers, and they go through 0 through 8. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, your 6 turned around is a 9. All right, so you want to keep that in mind. And then we have the uppercase Austin. All of our uppercase fonts through ImpressArt have 6 awesome design stamps. I think I no, I didn't freeze. 6 design stamps. Why? Annette asked me why this is my favorite font. So Annette, the reason why this is my favorite font is that it's very whimsical. Okay, it's more of a handwritten font. It is forgiving, just in case you drop a letter a little bit and you're not straight in the line. Because it has that handwriting feel to it, it is very forgiving. And I love how it stamps out. All right.
And she designed.
And I designed it, which makes it always, this was my favorite. Okay, and here we go. This is our bracelet bending bar. I'll walk you through that after. Our bracelet bending plier, stamp tape, our enamel. Now our enamel is a water-based enamel. It's formulated to sit inside of your impressions and stay there. So I'm going to walk you through how to get your impressions nice and deep today. Okay, so you don't have any issues with your enamel. We're going to use a dry household paper towel. Our 1/4 inch aluminum bracelet blanks, our bracelet guides, and I always like to keep a hammer, a ruler handy on my block just to find my center. So we're going to start. You're going to notice that your bracelets are covered in a clear blue see-through plastic. You're just going to start at the top with your fingernail, peel that right off. All right. And I like to leave the back on. You can take that off as well. I just like it because it reduces the marring. When you stamp on one side of your bracelet, you do get a little bit of a shadow effect on the back of the metal hitting your block. So leaving your back plastic on reduces that shadowing effect on the back. All right. I also like to turn my block in a diamond pattern in front of me. It gives me more room to work on my bracelet. Now I'm going to bring out my sticker guides. Okay. So these are 36 sticker guides. These are for your bracelets. All right. And I just want to open this up for you guys because I know that maybe some of you bought different size bracelet blanks. So if you take a look at this here, you're going to notice that these guides work with, you could use these even on medallions if you want, but these are nice and long and they're made for bracelet blanks. But you're going to see that 1/2 inch, 3/8, 1/4 inch bracelets there. Now I'm just going to flip this over and pull one of my sticker guides out, and I'll show you why I went over those measurements with you guys. If you notice that on your sticker, there is a line that runs right across the top. There is 2 hash marks underneath on each end. I'm going to put that right up here for now. And let's just find our center. We should have done that first. So your bracelets are 6 inches. You're going to take your bracelet, okay? And in the center with a Sharpie marker, you're going to mark your 3. Okay, just a little mark, just like that. And then pull it away. Now, back to your sticker. You're going to see that you have that orange line. That is your center line. And then going back to that line that runs straight across, what we're going to do is we're going to take our sticker. We're going to line our orange up and just literally tack it. Okay. Then we're going to make sure that that blue line that's running across the sticker meets the end of our metal. Kind of hard to do that with the camera in front of me. Let me. Do that, and then I will show you guys. All right. Here we go. Let me pull up my block. So you'll see how my blue line is hitting the end. It meets the end of my bracelet blank, the end of that metal, and runs down. Okay, do you see that? Now, that first line that runs across your sticker guide is for your 1/4 inch bracelets. The other 2 hash marks underneath on each side, the second line, the second hash line is for your, let's see, I think it's for your 3/8 bracelet. And the one underneath is for your 1/2 inch 5/8 bracelet. All right. So what this does when you're lining that up to the edge of your metal, it's assuring that you're stamping in the center of your bracelet. Okay. And that's with a 3mm font. So now to think of our quotes. I hope everyone did some thinking while we were getting ready.
Yes, and if people want to share, type your quote or your resolution or your mantra into the chat room.
I'd like to see some of these. I don't know if I can see comments. Can I see comments? No, I'm away now again. Ooh.
That's okay. Kathleen, Rita's using a 1/4 inch. Are you using a 1/4 inch bracelet, Rita, today?
I'm using a 1/4 inch bracelet.
Yeah, 1/4 inch by 6 inch bracelet.
Mm-hmm. All right. So like I said before, I'm going to use Let It Go. I like Michelle's. Michelle's is New Day. I like that, Michelle. I like that. Constant reminder, right? Our jewelry is constant reminder. Let's see. Let me grab a piece of paper and let's keep on learning. I like that, Glenda. So I mentioned before that I'm a holder of things, so I'm going to let it go. Okay. I like perseverance, Ellen. I like that. That's a good one. They're all really good, guys. So like I said before, your orange line is your halfway. All right. With this font, we are going to stamp on our hash marks. I know if you've taken the class with me before, we did inside of the hash marks, and only because, yes, this is a 3mm font, but it's a very wide font. Okay. So you want to make sure that you have enough room to get all of your impressions inside of there. All right. So I'm going to go with Let It Go. Okay. Let's see. And I like to always write it underneath my sticker. It's part of my OCD. I don't know why, but I do. And then I just like to break it up. Okay. Using my middle line. So how I'm going to start is I'm going to come here and I'm going to start with my orange, my black, my orange. Okay, I'm going to leave a space. Leave another space. And I'm going to do capitals for my go. All right. So I've now spaced out everything and I'm using my hash marks. If you have a smaller font, okay, something smaller than 3mm that you're working with today, you might want to utilize your spaces in between the black and orange hash marks. Because my font is Austin and it's 3mm and I'm mixing my upper and my lower, and I know that it's a wide font, okay, I'm going to use my hash marks. Okay. Any questions?
Nope, not right now.
Nope, not right now. All righty. So we are going to start. So this is the uppercase. What I like to do, guys, when I'm metal stamping is that I like to take the cover off of both the upper and the lower, anything that I'm using. Okay. And I like to pull it out and I like to have my words lined up on my non-dominant side. So when it comes to metal stamping, you want to make sure that your non-dominant hand, okay, so I'm a righty, my hammer's on my right side, my letter sets are on my hammer's on my right, my non-dominant is my left. So I'm going to have my letters on my left. I'm going to line my fonts up, my letters, with my non-dominant hand, okay? You want to make sure to get into the habit of lining up with your non-dominant and hitting with your dominant hand. And there's a reason why this is the way I teach. So let me pull out. I'm going to pull out my letters. I'm going to make sure they're on my left side. And then let's see, my G and my O. Okay. So when you line up your letters, that is the most, I think, most important part for you guys. If you have descenders, I'm going to get into descending letters like your P's, your Q's right after I finish with this, okay? So when you're stamping with our product, you always want to make sure that the ImpressArt is facing you. That's how you know you're stamping in the right direction. You're going to place your letter down flat. Let me bring this down a little bit. You're going to place your letter down flat and lightly drag the stamp and line that up to the corresponding letter on your sticker guide. Okay. If you're having a problem finding your center, that's where your Sharpie comes in handy. Let me grab one. And what I like to do is I like to draw a line in the center of my stamp. Okay. So I am placing it flat, lightly dragging. The problem when you line up with your dominant hand, and then what happens when you switch, right? You get all wonky, your stamp moves. So get in the habit of lining up with your non-dominant hand. I know it feels a little bit weird, but you'll be fine. So you're lining that up. Once you feel that you're lined up, you're going to notice that your sticker guides are very thick, okay? And creates almost like a ledge. When you put your stamp down flat and lightly drag that, okay, you're going to see that your stamp catches onto it. Once you feel that you've caught onto it and it's resting on top of it, you're going to press down on your stamp, take your hammer, give it a nice hit. And there's your L. I'm going to actually put you guys in a different, I'm going to move you to a different setup so you could see it closer. There we go. Here we go. Okay. So like I said before, I'm down, I lightly drag, I line that line up with that orange line that my L is on there, hold it down, give it a nice tap. Now, if your first letter is a descender, okay, and I am going to just, let's see, I'm going to take a piece of scrap and run through that with you guys really quick. All right, I'm going to do that at the top of my block, and I'm just going to flip it over so you guys can see that. Let me grab another sticker guide. So descending letters. Okay, so let's say you're starting with a G. Actually, we'll start right here. We'll start in the middle with a G. All right. You're going to see that blue line that runs across your sticker guide. Does everybody see that? You are not going to drag your letter down. Okay. You're going to place your letter. And how you place your letter is, let's see, you're going to take your edge, see that edge circumference of your stamp, and you're going to place it. And you're going to line up your G, and you're going to make sure that that tip of that stamp, that round part, is right on your blue line. Does everybody see that? I'm placing my stamp, obviously my non-dominant hands. I'm placing my stamp down, and I've lined the circumference, the circular part of my stamp. I've now lined up to my blue line. All right. Now this is you only do this with, place your stamps on your stickers when you have descending letters. Your A's, your B's, everything else should be sitting on top of your sticker guide. Your descending letters are the only stamps that you're going to place and line up with that blue line. So you're on your sticker. You're going to stamp right through your sticker. So I'm lining that up. I'm making sure that I'm nice and centered, pressing down, and then giving it a nice hit. And you're going to see that you go right through your sticker guide, but now you are nice and lined up. All right. So that's how you do your descending letters. I'll just peel that off of there. Sometimes when you're stamping over your sticker, you're going to get a little bit of a remnant left in there. You could just pick that right out with your nail, and there is your G. All right. So we're going to continue with this bracelet. So now you know how to do your descenders. I'm going to come back in with my E. Pull you up a little bit. Okay. Place it flat. Line it up. Make sure that my E is lining up with the corresponding letter on my sticker guide. Okay. And give it a tap. Now, if you are noticing that you're getting a half of your letter, okay, or your letters aren't deep enough, there is another way to stamp your letters. So I know my fonts. I know how hard I have to hit them, and that only comes with a lot of practice. Okay, so I'm just going to bring out my scrap again, and I'm going to show you, okay, how, if you're not getting a full impression, I'll do my name nice and spread out. So we'll go through it together. It's something called a tilt and tap technique. Okay. And what that does is that it makes sure that you are tilting, tapping, and hitting your stamp on all four sides, so you get a really nice and even impression. So I'm going to do my R. Of course, I'm lining it up. I'm dragging it down. I'm taking my hammer. Now, you're not going to tap all around your letter, all around your shank, okay? You're going to move and tap. So I've come flat, lightly drag it so it's lined up. I'm going to hit it dead on once, but then I'm not going to pull my stamp away. I'm going to put pressure into the metal like I'm rubber stamping, okay? So I've put pressure on my stamp. I'm hitting it, not moving it. Now I'm going to, while I'm putting pressure on it, I'm going to tilt it towards me and I'm going to hit it. Tilt it away from me, hit it. Tilt it to the side and then tilt it to the other side. And this is called tilt and tap. And that is going to ensure that you have a full impression of your letter in your metal. Okay, because I don't know if some of you are getting half impressions in your metals. I just want to make sure that you can utilize the tilt and tap technique to make sure that you're getting full impressions in your metals. All right, so now we're going to continue. I'm going to take my T, I'm going to place it down, line it up. Okay, I'm going to give it a tap in the center, bring it back, forward, side. Now I like to give light to medium taps, and I like to do 2 taps in each side. You could try it that way, or you could go nice and slow and do more of a forceful hit, okay? And tilt it once, tap it. Tilt it back, tap it. It's completely personal preference. So there is my T.
Rita, can you lift the block up closer to the camera just so we can see the impressions? Perfect.
Okay. I'm going to find my I. Okay, line that up. I think I wanted uppercase. Did I want the uppercase? I wanted the uppercase. Okay, flat, line it up. Lightly bring it down. Tap, there is my I. And my T. Then I'm going to use my G. And my O. And there is my let it go. I'll tilt that up to the camera so you could see. All right, and my impressions are nice in there, and they're nice and deep. So I'm not going to have any issues with my enamel. Jen, should we go over the colored enamel? Just
yes,
so,
why not?
Yeah, so it gives everybody a chance to listen, but still stamp. So I'm going to pull my sticker guide off, and we're going to see that we're really nice and in the center of our sticker guide. Okay. Now, sometimes when you're forging into metal, you get a little bit of a rainbow effect. What you're going to do is you're going to place your bracelet down, okay? And with the back side of your hammer, just give it a couple of hits and it's going to flatten that right out again. All right. So we're going to play with some enamel now while everybody finishes stamping their quote or their letter. So I just want to show you that. What's the matter?
Oh, yeah, if anyone has any questions, feel free to chat
yeah.
them and I can read them to Rita and she can answer them live.
I'm just pulling out what we have. So along with the black enamel, we have colored enamel. Okay, so we have a gold flake. We have a really nice sienna brown. Okay, that works really nicely on the brass and the copper. We have a silver flake, and then we have a really nice patina blue-green. It's called green, but to me, it's more of a blue-green. So those are the 3, and I'm going to just show you really quick. I'm just going to stamp a name on the on a bracelet. You know what? I won't even stamp. I'm going to, let's see.
Joyce, Rita is stamping on an aluminum bracelet that's food grade aluminum. We also have bracelet blanks available in raw brass and raw copper for those who like a more gold or rose gold look on a cuff bracelet.
All right. Just so I could show you guys what this enamel looks like. Your E. Okay, so we're gonna do different colored enamels. Okay, so here's my smile. All right, and I'm gonna show you, the first one is that blue-green, and I'm just gonna run my enamel right over my stamped impression. Okay, so I'm gonna do that in the E. And I'm going to come out on my opposite side and I'm going to show you how nice the gold looks. All right. Now this is just a sampling. I'm showing you a sampling of the different colors that we have. And how you take that off is you want to take your dry household paper towel. And I always like to use, I tear my paper towel and I just keep unfolding it. Okay. Kind of like to use it like that, like an eraser. Okay. And I dab, and then I lightly wipe. Okay. And you could see, let's pull that away. You could see how pretty that fills in that S. All right. So that is the gold. And then the blue, the green, I'm just dabbing and lightly wiping. And that green looks really nice in that. Okay. The green looks really pretty in a copper. It looks really pretty in a brass. All right. So just give you a little idea of the color that it is. And then we're going to go to the brown. And I'm going to fill that in, that M in with the brown. Okay. Now the brown I like nice and dark. It's completely up to you. You could apply several coats of these to make them as dark as you want. The enamel lasts forever as long as your impressions are deep enough. Okay, so your enamel has a place to stay and coagulate and dry inside of it. So guys, these are formulated to dry inside of your impressions. So it's super important that your impression is nice and deep. Okay. So then I'm just dabbing and lightly wiping. And you could see I didn't wait long enough, so I wiped it right out of there. That you don't want to do. So we're just going to let that dry. Okay. And I'm going to show you the black. Okay. The black, same concept. We'll do the I and the L. I'm going to put that there. Lightly dab. And then lightly wipe. And that black is going to stay right and nice inside of your impression. All right. I'm right on top of the heating vent in my house, and it's like making it impossible for anything to dry today. All right. But I'll give you a better idea of that brown enamel. We're going to just color that in again and let it sit. And I'm just going to go over the gold too. And we're going to let that sit for a couple of minutes so you could better see that. I'm going to do another layer of the blue. Okay, because I feel like everybody's pretty much stamped and ready to go. So I'm going to put this aside and let this dry for a couple of minutes. And I'm going to bring back my bracelet. Now, a good thing to know, guys, is your Sharpie marker along with your enamel marker. Anytime you use a Sharpie marker to hit a metal, you could always run it right over again and then wipe it off. All right, so you don't need to use any alcohol or nail polish remover. Definitely just take your Sharpie, wet where you make a mark on the last mark you made, and just literally wipe it off. Okay, the same thing goes with these enamel markers. If you've walked away and you let your enamel dry for too long and you can't get it off, just take your enamel marker, re-wet, where you have dried on enamel and you could wipe it right off. So I'm going to take my enamel marker and I'm going to run it over my impressions, making sure to really get them in here. So now if you've stamped with any of our fonts other than the Austin font, you notice that Austin is a very wide font. And what I mean by wide is, let's take the smile back. Do you see how there is a lot of negative space inside of these impressions, as opposed to, let's see, there is a set at Michael's that is just our sans serif, and I'm just going to stamp one. Okay, so for those of you who have the sans serif, it's a much thinner font. Okay, so with thinner fonts, you don't have to play with your enamel marker oh so much, because there's not a lot of stamping space inside of that letter. See how thin the lines are on this U? Your impressions with Austin are stylized. They're much they're much wider. So your enamel has to dry a little bit more inside of these. So definitely don't put it on and wipe it off really quick. You definitely want it to sit down. You want to follow the directions that are on the marker for the Austin font. You definitely, let's see, it says right here, what is it giving you? It's to give you, yep, 1 to 3 minutes. You know, to play it safe in different climates, it takes, you know, shorter. It really depends on the temperature in your house. So I have let mine sit, okay? And I'm just going to dab and then lightly wipe, okay? I'm not being over aggressive with my wiping because I don't want to wipe away any excess. But you'll see now that I let it dry for a little while, that enamel is sitting inside of my impressions and it's not going anywhere. Sometimes with the Austin font, you're going to need to run your marker over an extra time. Like I feel like my L could have more enamel in it. So I'm just literally running it over again. A second coat, you know, doesn't hurt anyone. I'm going to let it dry. Dab. Okay. And then lightly wipe. What I like about the black is that it just lets your letters pop right off of your stamped jewelry. So I definitely love it nice and dark. Sometimes I have to put 2 coats on. Sometimes I only have to do 1, but it's really personal preference. Now going back to the second coat of the green. All right, I guess you guys could see that a little bit better now. So I'm going to take it. I'm just going to dab and I'm going to lightly wipe. How pretty is that, guys? I'm sorry that my lighting's not super great, but I think you get the gist of it. It's a really nice patina green. It looks really nice on copper, looks really nice on brass, looks really great on the silver. If you're doing some kind of Native American inspired piece, anything that's, you know, I love how it just accents it. And yes, you can mix different letters with different colors, okay? And now my brown is the same way. Let that dry a little bit more. And I'm going to lightly wipe it. And there is my chocolate brown. Now you could see that I have some enamel that has dried on my metal that I can't get off. So like I said before, I love when that happens because then I could show you we have a learning moment. All right, I wet it again. And I lightly wipe it. And it literally comes right off. All right. So
Rita,
remember.
we had a question.
Go ahead.
If you have any tips for anyone who has shaky hands when stamping.
So shaky hands and stamping. You can definitely use a jig. I believe Michael's has them, right, Jen? I think so.
Yeah,
Right.
they do.
And I don't have any hand. Do I have any handy?
They have the 3 and 6.
Yeah. Oh, I have the jig. Hold on one second, ladies and gentlemen. I'll grab a jig. Okay. So my shaky hands. It's common, okay? And that's why we have the jigs. All right, guys. So this is let's find the 3mm. That's a 3mm jig. So I'm just gonna bring back my sticker guide and my scrap piece. And how the jig works is, let's say I need to use my L. I'm going to make sure again that my ImpressArt is facing me. I'm going to put it right inside of my jig. Okay. And let's just put L on my sticker just so we know where we're going, right? I'm going to come down. Okay. Line that up. Let me move in a little closer. All right. And I'm going to line up my L. I make sure that I pinch the center part and I line up my L to the L on my sticker guide. Okay. You're pinching the center piece of your jig. Let me pull you back a little bit. Take your hammer and give it a nice hit. And there is your L. Okay. So this will protect your fingers. It'll stabilize if you are a little shaky with using your stamps. But I guarantee you, after about a month, if you're using this and your hands are shaky, you will see that you no longer need this. And with the stickers, you will learn, just how to, and you could stamp shaky. All right. Just going to take some time, some practice. And like I said, guys, you have to learn your tools. Learn your tools. Any other questions, Jen, so far?
Cindy was saying that the Bridget stamps that she has from Michael's doesn't have the ImpressArt on the side of them. And that's because they are probably our basic stamps that are in the small box, probably in a blue or orange case that doesn't come with the bonus design stamps. And those are only the stamps that don't have the ImpressArt logo on the side of them. All the other ones in the cases that look similar to Austin and our design stamps are marked on the side. And then Catherine, the bracelet blanks behind me are a 3/8 inch bracelet, and I can send that link in the chat as well.
And they're just thicker. They're slightly thicker than these. Okay. And basically the same bracelets, same demo, same directions when you're using this. If you're going to go with the thicker, okay, and we were talking about those bracelet guides, right? So we use the line. I've got a blue tape stuck to my finger. We use this blue line across the top for this bracelet, guys. For this size, you're going to follow your second hash mark. Does everybody see that? And you're going to make sure that that is alongside the bottom of your metal on both sides. Okay. That it meets that second hash mark. Okay. On the sides of your sticker. And that's going to make sure that you're stamping with a 3mm font right in the center. All right. So it's basically the same process of stamping. You're just going to line up your hash marks differently with the 1/4 inch and the 3/8. All right. Now we're going to get into bending our bracelet. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to clear a space in front of you. I'm going to put you in an overhead tripod just so it's easier for you guys to see everything. Bring you up a bit. Perfect. Okay, so when you're about to bend your bracelet, you want to make sure that your hand is suspended. You definitely don't want to have this flat on your desk, okay? You want to have it up, holding it up. You're going to make sure that whatever you want on the outskirts of the outside of your bracelet is facing the ceiling, okay? You're going to put that right inside that channel. Place your thumb firmly against that, okay? Take the palm of your hand and bring your bracelet right over so it forms a 90-degree angle, okay? So your bracelet's going to look a lot like that. Then you're going to come back in, other side, place it right in the channel, put your thumb firmly against it, take the palm of your hand, bring that right over, okay? And that is going to create a bracelet cuff. Now, with this cuff, let me bring you down a little bit more, okay? With this cuff, you have a flat top. That's the classic cuff, but your ends are kind of knocked in, all right? How we fix the ends and we give a more rounded bracelet is we come in with our pliers. You're going to follow the curvature of your bracelet, just like this, okay? You're going to start in your center and you are going to squeeze. And you see how that forms your bracelet and brings the whole thing in? Then you're just going to move and squeeze, move and squeeze. And even your ends are going to be taken in. So right now they're more of a tapered look. You want them more curved. So we're going to take our bracelet and we are going to squeeze. And you could see how that's more of a rounded end of a bracelet. That's more of a tapered end. These tend to fall off. You definitely want to round your ends. So we're going to come in through the center and work our way around the other side now. Moving and squeezing and forming. And the end, we're going to squeeze. All right, and I'm just coming, I like to go around a couple of times. All right, and then I like to come in and just pull it out a little bit. And that gives you a really nice cuff bracelet, okay? It's not sharp, it's nice and tucked in on your ends. We do have 7 inches available. This is a 6-inch bracelet that we did today, but these are available in 7-inch. All right, so now that we've bent a bracelet, I just want to troubleshoot in case you overbent. So we're going to take the smile bracelet, all right? And sometimes when it's your first bracelet or your 5th bracelet, or even happens to me when I'm not paying attention, I'm talking, I'm bending, and then, oh no, it's crap. It is not a mess, okay? I like to call my bracelet bending plier my magic eraser because, guys, you can definitely fix this issue. So do you see how you have that big notch right here at the top, this weird bend because we overbend? You're going to take the curvature of your bracelet bending pliers and you're going to apply it right to this end. So we're going to come in, okay? So do you see that? And you're going to squeeze. See how that just knocked it right into shape? And then you're going to come around and form your bracelet again. Okay. Now, once you've done your sides, you've come in and you do the other side. Okay. And you feel like, oh, but I still have that little notch in my bracelet. Come in Okay, just like that. And you're going to take your fingers and just pull. All right. And then you're going to squeeze again and form it again. Okay. All the way around.
So we have, I want to say it's Galaxy A21's S Van X. Like, what size wrist would the 6-inch bracelet fit?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm chubby. I'm a chubby gal. And the 6-inch fits me, you know. 6-inch also fits Jen. Jen, do you have one on?
I don't, but
You don't.
I will say it's more like a bangle on me a little bit, which is fine. I don't like my stuff tight on me. So,
Right.
um,
So, you know what? Do I have a 5? We do have a 5 in this. Does Michael sell the 5?
not yet.
Not yet. So there is a smaller size on ImpressArt for the bracelets that are kid sizes and good for, you know, adults that have like super tiny wrists. I have a sister who is not a fluffy gal like me, and she's more, you know, I have to use the 5 for her. Okay. But now Jen said something important. She said the 6 works great for her, but it's more of a bangle. Okay. It's more of a bangle. If you take the 7, and let me grab a 7. I think I have a 7 here. Do I have a 7 here? I thought I grabbed one earlier. Let me see. Give me a couple of minutes. I know we have a few minutes left. So I just want to, do I have? No, I don't have a 7. So the 7 on me is more of a bangle than it is, do I have it? Yeah, I have a 7. Here we go. Here's a 7 really quick because I know we're running out of time. So just to show you really quick what the 7 looks like compared to the 6. Just going to bend this really quick. All right. Not much technique in this because we're doing this fast. So here is your 6. Here is your 7. So there is a difference. So the 7 on me, okay, is more of a bangle. So going back to what Jen said. So the 5, can we run over a couple of minutes? Is that all right? Or is this, is there another class after us?
No, we can. We're fine.
Okay. Jen, should I show them how to just cut it down or?
Sure.
Okay. So if you're home right now and you have jewelry tools and you want to cut your bracelet down, okay? I'm going to show you real quick how you could do that. Let me grab, I think I have one that's half stamped. Okay. So here is my bracelet. Okay. So again, I'm measuring it. If I don't, and my bracelets are too big right now and I don't have time to order them. All right. So these are my 6-inch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to mark my 5. All right. If you have a pair of metal snips or metal shears, okay, what you're going to do is you're just going to come in and give them a snip. Whatever you do, make sure that you snip it close to a wall so it doesn't go flying around and hit somebody that is in your home at, you know, at the time that you're making these. And then if you want to just make sure that your ends look the same, just literally you could just snip a little piece off the other end and you can make your bracelet a 5-inch bracelet. All right. You could also take these buffing blocks that are available at Michael's and just buff down your edges so you are not going to cut yourself or anyone else that you are gifting these to. Okay. I do suggest cutting your bracelets first before you stamp, you want to make sure that everything's nice and soft on the edges. Okay, so if you're really in a pickle and you need your 5-inch bracelets, here is a way that you can do it. All right, so you could turn your 6-inch into a 5 by using the buffing block, okay, to knock down your edges, and a flush cutter or a metal shear for your edges. You cannot cut these bracelets with a scissor or a nail clipper. You'd be amazed how many questions, yeah, no nail clipper. It's got to be a pair of wire shears, metal shears, or flush cutters. All right. You can, Deb, you could definitely add a hole for a charm. There is a screw down hole punch that if you have one, that's great. I don't believe Michael sells it as of right now yet.
They do.
Oh, they have the screw down hole punch.
Yes, you just have to make sure you buy the 2-hole screw down punch and not our hole punch pliers, because our hole punch pliers is not rated for this gauge metal.
Yes, do not, guys. It's really important when you're at Michael's that you make sure that you are reading your packages and reading your gauges. So your handheld hole punch is not something that you can use on this gauge. So to mark your hole, so you could hang a bead off the end of it, I would just take my Sharpie, mark my hole, okay? Come in with my screw down hole punch. I'm gonna get that started. Okay, I'm gonna line that up with the hole that I've marked. Okay, so it looks like this. Everybody see that? Okay, I'm gonna hold it and I'm just going to proceed to screw it down. When I feel the tension release that I've gone through the metal, I'm going to unscrew that punch, and there is my hole. All right, ladies and gentlemen. And that is your 2021, mine is Let It Go. I'm gonna let it go. There is your stamped bracelet.
All right. Before we do our favorite part, I just want to do one housekeeping task before we all sign off. We have another class this January, on January 28th. We are doing texturing. So we're going to bring out our multifunction hammer, and we are going to create these textured, I call them disco ball New Year's Eve ball drop earrings. And these are famous earrings that Rita makes. She made them a couple of years ago, and they keep coming back like every so often, that people love them.
People love them. They're fantastic.
So that's the one housekeeping thing. And also you can tune into our Facebook Lives on Tuesday and Thursday at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. And if you have any additional questions, please reach out to us on Facebook or Instagram, and I will do my best to answer them within the next couple of days, if not by Monday. But you can send us photos of your projects because we would love to see them. But this is Rita's and mine favorite part. So if you're not shy and you stamped with us, we would love for you to turn on your camera and show us your lovely pieces and meet all of our friends from today.
Hi, Stephanie. Stephanie, I want to lounge like you, Stephanie. You look very relaxed. I'm going to go do that next. Hi, Linda. Hi, guys. Hi, King. Hi, Brenda. I know you can't stamp in your cubicle.
Very nice.
Beautiful. Very nice, Alexis.
Cindy, awesome.
Yes, and guys, remember to put your bracelet just like Alexis just put her bracelets on. You want to turn your wrist, and place it and then turn your bangle. You don't want to just try to shove it on the front of your wrist. So thank you, Alexis, for demonstrating that.
Alicia on her iPhone? Yeah. Oh, it is Alicia. Hi.
Hi, Alicia.
I'll be down in Puerto Rico in February 2022 for a wedding.
You could go stamp with Alicia and find that sea glass that she uses in all her pieces. So thank you, ladies, for joining us, and gentlemen, and I hope to see some of you, if you've been bit by the stamping bug, join Jen and I on Tuesdays and Thursdays for some fun. You never know what I'm going to come up with at the last minute to create. So it's, you know, always an adventure. Thank you guys for spending the afternoon with us, and we really appreciate you.
Have a great weekend. We'll see you in 2 weeks.